Former Minister Michael Lowry resigns as a member of the Fine Gael party. Students win legal battle on abortion information, but the question of costs is reserved. Minister to introduce maximum price for pint outside Dublin as Limerick publicans fail to comply. Belgian police confirm body found last night was that of girl missing since '92. Good evening. Former Minister Michael Lowry has resigned as a member of the Fine Gael party. In a statement tonight, he said he would continue to represent the people of North Tipperary for the remainder of this Dáil and would plan for the future in consultation with his family and friends. In response to Mr Lowry's decision, the Taoiseach issued a statement saying that he had made Mr Lowry aware on the 5th of February that his ratification as a Fine Gael candidate couldn't be recommended unless his outstanding tax affairs had been brought to a conclusion. We're joined now from Leinster House by our political editor, Donald Kelly. Donald, did tonight's statements come as a surprise?
Well, the resignation coming indeed within the past hour is something of a surprise in its timing, but there had been much speculation about Michael Lowry's future in Fine Gael. The revelation that Ben Dunn had paid for a large extension to Mr Lowry's Tipperary home did not go down well with many of the Fine Gael activists around the country. It was seen as damaging to their party and hitting deeply at some of its core values. So, against that background, John Bruton told Michael Lowry at the beginning of February that he wouldn't be able to recommend his ratification as a Fine Gael candidate unless that outstanding tax matters had been brought to a conclusion. Now, he apparently gave him until the end of February to do that. And today, after contacts between Mr Lowry and advisers to the Taoiseach, the Tipperary deputy decided apparently he had no option but to resign from the party.
That, despite the fact that he was quite adamant he was going to run, and he seemed to have the backing of his constituency.
Well, after his resignation from the Cabinet, Michael Lowry made clear his intention to go forward as a Fine Gael candidate at the next election. He had, and he continues to have, as you said, their huge backing in his North Tipperary constituency, and certainly I think there's little doubt but that he would have been selected as a candidate by the Fine Gael organisation there. But despite that, there had been growing indications that Michael Lowry would have had great difficulty in getting his candidature ratified by the Fine Gael National Executive. And we now know from the Taoiseach's statement that he was told a month ago that that simply would not happen.
And is it now thought likely that he may run as an independent?
Well, I beg your pardon. That's clearly something Michael Lowry is going to seriously consider. Indeed, his statement tonight carries a broad hint that that's what he's likely to do. He talks about planning for the future. And he said he'll consult with his family, friends and supporters. Now, certainly many of those supporters in North Tipperary will want him to run again as an independent, and if he does, he may well win a seat in the next Dáil. One Fine Gael source I spoke to a short time ago more or less accepted the possible inevitability of that when he said ruefully, we may well be looking at the loss of a Tipperary seat.
OK, Donald, thank you for joining us.